First time since Russia's war in Ukraine began, drone strikes hitting Russia's capital in a potent sign that the war is increasingly reaching the heart of the former Soviet Union. And while it is far from certain whether Ukraine will be victorious in expelling Russia from its territory, the US must seriously begin to grapple with how we so overestimated Russia's military strength. All that and more now on Graf's Grievances. Kiev will fall within days. That was the prediction of US intelligence just before Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered his troops to invade Ukraine. Yet over a year into Russia's unprovoked war, Ukraine's capital city of Kiev has yet to fall under Russian control. US intelligence also wrongly predicting that Putin would be able to swiftly install a Russia-friendly proxy government in Kiev, taking orders directly from him. Americans repeatedly told by our government and foreign policy experts that Russia had one of the best militaries in the world, with sophisticated equipment, technology, commanders, and training. This modern military force would supposedly allow Putin to conquer Ukraine and cement his legacy as one of the greatest rulers in Russian history. These at times terrifying predictions proving to be totally inaccurate and raising serious questions about US intelligence. Russia, now currently on defense and preparing for Ukraine's looming spring counteroffensive. Ukrainian forces expected to take back the roughly 40,000 square miles of Ukrainian territory Russia currently occupies. This comes on the heels of Ukraine increasingly taking the war into Russian territory. Moscow coming under a drone attack this morning, the first strike to hit civilian areas in Russia's capital city. Russia's Ministry of Defense blaming Ukraine for the attack that damaged 3 residential buildings and raising questions about the effectiveness of Russia's air defenses. This, the second reported attack on Moscow since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine more than 15 months ago. Russia saying 2 drones targeted the Kremlin earlier this month in what they claim was an attempt to assassinate Putin. Ukraine's new offensive into Russia comes as Putin continues to lay siege to Kiev, which has faced a barrage of attacks in recent weeks. Of course, Ukraine's ability to hold on is in large part thanks to the very generous support they have received from the West. Since the war began, the Biden administration and Congress have provided Ukraine with more than $75 billion in humanitarian, financial, and military support. While this crucial, seemingly endless aid has no doubt given Ukraine the ability to resist Russia's military force, it should not blind us to our severe intelligence failures with respect to the strength of the Russian army. Whatever systems America used to evaluate the Russian military failed miserably. Were we so foolish to believe Russia's propaganda about their own strength and ability? As the war has dragged on, Russian casualties have mounted into the tens of thousands, with soldiers abandoning still perfectly functioning weapons, falling victim to frostbite, and even refusing to follow simple orders. In addition, why did the US so underestimate Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelenskyy, who honorably turned down an offer from the US to evacuate him from Ukraine as the war began? America must get to the bottom of this systemic intelligence failure, not just for the sake of containing Russian aggression, but also so we can reevaluate our posture towards the countless other threats America faces today. Thanks for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think.